All right, you guys. Today we're going to be reviewing day, night, and seasons. So before you look at this video, you should have already filled out your paper for today, and we're going to go over a few things. Uh, so, number one, go ahead and pause the video. So if you did not complete these items, please do so right now by pausing the video. Okay, we're ready to check. The time it takes for the Earth to rotate on its axis is 24 hours or 1 day. The time it takes for the Earth to revolve, which is to spin around the sun, is 1 year, which is 365 days, or 12 months. Whatever you consider. Each one of these answers is fine. So for this one, it says two locations on Earth are shown, A and B, as they face the sun. Fill in the blanks using the image provided. So we're going to look over here at this image, and we are going to fill in the 5 blanks on the right-hand side, which are here with this information. So it says, at which location is it daytime? So if we're looking here, we know that when we're facing the sun, it is day, and when we're not facing the sun, it is night. So both locations, A and B, are in daytime. It is summer at which location? So we know that if we're tilted towards the sun, then we are in summer. If we're tilted away from the sun, then we are in winter. So if we look, summer is in position B, and winter, which is facing away from the sun, is in position A. All right. There are more daylight hours of daylight at locations. So this one we didn't quite go over as far as more daylight hours, but in the summer, if you notice, the days are longer than they are in the wintertime. So location B is what has more daylight hours. And location A has longer nights and shorter days because it is in winter. So because we're in Texas, we want to make sure that we understand our weather as well as other people's weather. So this is asking about Texas. And we know that we're in the northern hemisphere. So it's asking the season that Texas experiences are most like position what? And we know we are at position A. So our experience is position A because we're in the northern hemisphere. The day and night cycle are on Earth is caused by. So, how do we get day and night? We know that it is caused by the rotation of the Earth on its axis. So, as we spin every day or as we rotate every day, we receive night and we also receive day. The Earth is closer to the sun so we hit on this a little bit, but I want to make sure that we understand this for testing reasons. So when we are closest to the sun, you would think that we're closest in the summertime. However, we're not. We're closest in the winter. So around January, we're closest to the sun and farther from the sun in July, which is summer. And yes, it's kind of opposite for you to think about, but it's actual facts. The varying distance from the sun to the earth is not the reason for the season. So some people think that the closer we are to the earth, we have these the closer we are to the sun, we have these hotter summers. But in actuality, we don't. We have our coldest month when we're closest to the sun. All right, seasons are caused by the tilt, the 23.5-degree tilt of the axis, and the revolution around the sun. So it takes both of those things. So what I want you to do now is read the information below and pause the video now so that you can make a sound decision on how the axis and the seasons are related to the basketball and the tennis ball. Pause now. All right. So the first question they ask us is that what does each ball represent? So Does the basketball represent the sun or the earth? You should have said it represents the sun. Look at how big that basketball is compared to the earth or compared to the tennis ball. The tennis ball is significantly smaller, just as the earth is significantly smaller than the sun. And the tennis ball, of course, represents the earth. So what they want you to do at the bottom is circle the statement that describes what the student should do with the ball, with the tennis ball and the basketball to make day and night. So we know that the earth, which is the tennis ball, should be doing what? It should actually be rotating on an axis. So now I circled the wrong thing, but you should have circled rotate the tennis ball on the axis. And you should also have said rotate the ball counterclockwise. Next, the students are now modeling the earth, the sun, and their relative motions. And they have a volleyball and they have a golf ball. So we want you to fill in the blanks for what should be correct as far as seasons. So the first one was day and night. This one's going to represent seasons. All right, so what does the volleyball represent? Of course, the volleyball, which is significantly bigger, represents the sun, and the golf ball is going to represent the earth. So what should we do with these two items to model how seasons are formed? We should tilt that axis of the golf ball tilted towards or away to create summer and winters. And we should also move the golf ball counterclockwise around the volleyball to recreate that different seasons as well as create that 1 year revolution. All right, go ahead and check yourselves here. Once you're finished with this video, now you need to go and access quizzes to just check yourself. Remember, our goal is 70 and above.